What's going on, guys? This is Jonathan Lacey here. This topic, man, it has really been on my mind for several months now. And the topic of why aren't men reading books anymore? And I had recorded a video previous to this, and I think I leaned in more into. I spent too much time about my personal experience, so I was just like, all right, whatever. But just I'll give you a quick breakdown of that. I really was not a big reader up until probably 2018, 2019, I would say. Um, I feel like coming from high school and just school in general, they forcing you to read something that you weren't a particular fan of or just didn't pique interest. Just left a nasty taste in my mouth. But I picked up The Hobbit, and that was all she wrote. Like I read all the time now. But back to the topic though, man. Why aren't men reading? Well, I think because a lot of people will say that it's playing video games or just the chick literature that's out here. Just the literature that's more geared towards female readers, and I think some of that is true, but I don't think it's more of one than the other. Um, Me personally, I have noticed that as a society, we have really grown attached to social media. And I mean, shoot, you even look at YouTube right now, right? YouTube used to be just long form formats, and now it is you have shorts and Instagram has shorts, TikTok, and literally if you do not grab somebody's attention within 3 to 4 seconds, they're just gonna doom scroll, and before you know it, they've been on their phone for an hour, 2 hours, and so forth. And I just feel like we do not have the capacity, I feel now as a society, to just sit down and enjoy a good book and get lost in the book for hours. Like if you want to get lost doing anything, that it should be something that's going to be worth your time, that you enjoy. And there's nothing wrong with being on your phone, but again, you know, be in front of your cell phone for hours upon hours, it can definitely be something that it's just not beneficial, really, in the long run. So again, like you talking to somebody, I love the game, right? Like I love playing games, but again, like I read 2 to 3 books now a month, and I'm somebody that used to despise it, to be honest with you. But I truly do believe, though, the aspect of literature just being geared towards female writers, and like because we have this thing now, right? Like I was in BAM a week ago, and literally they have a whole section dedicated for book talk, spicy. Now, like like if there's not spice in the book or whatever, and then it's doesn't get talked about, or it's not on shelves in like a Target or a Walmart, where ordinary stores that you may not be seeking out a book. But if you go to Target, and for us fellas who has a significant other, our ladies usually like to go to Target, right? And so it's like, all right, like I know for me, I go over to the book section, and guys, when I tell you there are so many books that are it's just smut. It really is. It's just smut that is really out there. Like I see it maybe a handful of books that are geared towards guys, but man, it is kind of discouraging. I feel that a lot of big publishing companies are gearing towards just the female world, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like I think females, like they the romance and the romanticy, like I think about the A Court of Thorns, and I I think there's plenty, to go around with that. But I do feel though, when you talk to the average man, a lot of them are just saying like, man, I just feel like there's no books out there for me. And yes and no. They're not in big publishing, or not big publishing, big stores like a Target, or um like the first thing you see in a Barnes and Noble. But they are out there, and you have to go look for it, right? Like you can't sit there and just expect it now in today's society, really, that it's just gonna just pop up. Like you have to go look for it, because they are out there. One of the ones that I think about it, this indie author, I think it's Nick Horvath, I believe. His his book called Sledge versus the Labyrinth, right? Literally is about this 6'9" bruising guy, like think like Jack Reacher with John Wick, right? But like just way meaner. Like this is who you have, and he literally uses a sledgehammer. Now, if you have a book with a sledgehammer, or a book with a couple on it with bright colors and hearts and all that, do you think a typical guy is going to go after the one with the sledgehammer, or the one the later? You're usually going to go with the one with the sledgehammer, right? So they are out there, but you have to go and look for it. Now, I do think that we are in a time now as well where there are certain political ideas that we don't want in our books as well. Like I know for me speaking, when I read a book, I don't want to read about anything being woke, or trying to meet DEI. Like and it's funny, I'm saying that as a, not just as a black man, I'm saying that as a man. I don't need that, right? Like I'm trying to escape reality, and I don't need to go to that. I don't need that to be coming into fantasy or sci-fi or any other works of literature, right? Works of fiction. I think that we can sit here and we can make up all these arguments. We can do this and that and the third, but when it simply comes down to it, men aren't reading because a good majority of us feel like that books are not geared towards us. And again, yes, but no. You have to go look for them. They are out there. There's older works of literature. And guys, like, use the internet. We have so much resources now that we can look up these different books and different just these different avenues, like just different works of literature that are out there, old and new. And guys, I think you'll be very surprised of what's out there if you just really take a look and see. So guys, I really hope you enjoy this video, and if you did, let me know down in the comments, like if you were once like me, or if you're somebody that doesn't like to read. I'll be curious to know why, and I'll just love to hear that conversation. So drop those down in the comments, and guys, I look forward to doing more videos like this. Take care.